Tonight on Apple Valley News Now, were you stuck in Blue Bridge traffic today? It wasn't due to construction. We'll tell you what happened. Plus, changes on the way for zoning in the city of Kennewick. Our Monique Ledesma is standing by with what you need to know. Also, Yakima Valley College is offering free workshops to help families fill out the FAFSA. Later,
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Former President Jimmy Carter is taking his final journey to the nation's capital.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Another chilly night ahead with fog and freezing fog. Get all the details coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for this Apple Valley News Now at 6 p.m. It's Tuesday, and I'm Austin Reed. We are continuing to follow live breaking news. City Manager Mike Gonzalez confirming to Apple Valley News Now that a shooting occurred in the city around 3:15 this afternoon. This in the area of 16th Street and North Avenue. Officials say a female was shot and transported to the hospital. Her condition at this time is not yet known. Gonzalez says Sunnyside police have contacted two males who may have been involved in the shooting, and they have been detained. You are looking at new video just into the Apple Valley News Now newsroom. According to the chief of police, the public should stay out of this area. We have a crew on the scene. We'll bring you updates throughout this newscast and online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, we're going to head to Stacy Lee now. She's tracking your forecast because, man, it has been just cloudy, foggy. Is that going to be the story the rest of the week, Stace?
Well, it could be more rain, and more rain, but yes, it is going to be foggy and cloudy. Ridge of high pressure holding those clouds down below, so keeping us socked in. 38 degrees right now under cloudy skies in the Tri-Cities. Winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Our sunset at 4:28. Temperatures elsewhere, we're already getting chilly in the Yakima Valley, down to 32 in Ellensburg tonight. Be looking for temperatures to cool down into those lower 20s and upper 20s, lower 30s tonight. And we're looking at widespread spread patchy fog or freezing fog through the area. Planning your day tomorrow, chilly out the door. Bundle up the kids, and again, you might have some light misting like we did this morning with all the fog and moisture in the air. Hitting close to the 40s by midday and kind of staying there. We just hit the daytime high around noon instead of later in the day, so just be aware of that. So look for that fog and freezing fog that could impact roads and bring some slick conditions through our area. Overcast, cloudy conditions continue. Look for breezy winds to develop Friday into Saturday. That's when we have our next weather maker with rain and some mountain snow coming our way. I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin?
All right, Stacy, we'll see in just a bit. Other news tonight, a section of 395 in Pasco has reopened after a crash between a pickup and a car. This happening just after the Lewis Street exit in the northbound lanes just before the noon hour today. The truck ended up with significant front end damage, and the car ended up on its side in the middle of 395. The road was shut down between Lewis Street and Court Street as authorities worked the scene, but it was opened about an hour later. New tonight, one of two kidnapping suspects in custody. Pasco police receiving information today on a dangerous fugitive. Officers say Darren Burden, this man, was arrested. On Friday, we told you that Kennewick police were on the hunt for Burden and Leah Graham, this woman right here, who were wanted for a December 17th kidnapping and robbery of an adult in Kennewick. Acting on a tip received by Pasco police, cops located Burden in the 1600 block of Road 30 in Pasco. As for the other suspect, 34-year-old Leah Graham, also wanted for kidnapping and robbery. She's still on the run, so if you know anything, call 911. Today is January 7th, 2025, but it marks one full year since Walla Walla fire engineer Ryan Pleasance, who was just 41 years old, died on duty. This is video of his memorial, which was held around this time last year, shortly after his death at Walla Walla Community College. On the morning of January 7th, 2024, Pleasance, while working a 48-hour shift, was found deceased in his bed at Fire Station 1 from an apparent heart attack. Well, turning to an educational alert, after nearly a decade at the district's helm, Superintendent Dr. Wade Smith has informed the Walla Walla School Board of his decision to step down at the conclusion of the school year, effective June 30th. The district says he has accepted a consulting position with a prominent firm specializing in educational and capital planning and professional services. Dr. Smith joined the district in 2016. The board has 2 meetings scheduled this week to select a consultant to lead the search, after which the public input process will begin. Yakima Valley College is offering free workshops to help families fill out federal and state financial aid applications, even if their student isn't going to YVC. The monthly workshops on how to fill out the FAFSA or WASFA offered monthly through May at the YVC campuses in both Yakima and Grandview, with refreshments and staff along with volunteers available to help step by step in either English or Spanish.
Some schools, depending on where you attend, they may have what we call institutional aid or scholarships that they can offer. And sometimes those are offered on a first come, first served basis. So the earlier you get your application in and the processing starts, the more opportunity you may have.
The first workshops are set for January 21 at the Grandview campus and January 29th in Yakima.
The Kraken Game of the Week, sponsored by Yakima Federal.
Apple Valley News Now is your local TV home for the Seattle Kraken. The new year hasn't been kind to the guys. They have won a game since the ball dropped on the new year. The Kraken hit the road to face a team trending up. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has this week's Kraken Game of the Week.
The Kraken are barely treading water. Seattle sits in second to last place, looking to right the ship and find their first win of 2025. The Kraken only lost to the Blue Jackets 2 times in the 7 times the 2 teams faced off, with their most recent win against Columbus coming back in November. Seattle is on a 3-game losing streak, being outscored 11-7. Head coach Dan Bilesma says the team needs to play better.
Get your heads up and play. Expect what we can expect from the Columbus Blue Jackets, which is their D are real active, their D are down on the walls, and we need to make a hard play. We need to make a competitive play, get by them, and you're going to get an opportunity to score.
In the last matchup against Columbus, Seattle won 5-2. Brandon Tanev took matters into his own hands, scoring 2 goals on the way to the win. The Kraken have had success against the Columbus Blue Jackets in the past. Seattle's Jared McCann says even though they lost their most recent game to the New Jersey Devils, there were some good things the team can build upon.
We had some good offensive zone time that, guys were changing well and sustaining that. We did create a lot and right direction.
On the other bench, Columbus comes off a win against the St. Louis Blues, scoring 6 goals on 39 shots. Seattle will look to contain Columbus forward Sean Monahan, who has 29 points in his last 25 games, including 8 goals and 21 assists. It won't be easy as Joey Decord, who arguably has been Seattle's best goalie this year, is still out from an upper body injury. Philip Grubauer, who hasn't been very consistent this year, will mind the net against Columbus. He holds a record of 5-11-1 on the year. The Kraken and Blue Jackets face off in Columbus at the Nationwide Arena Thursday at 4 p.m. right here on Apple Valley News Now. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Dan, thank you for that. Apple Valley News Now live at 6 is just getting started. Meta, or Facebook, has announced big changes when it comes to the content you see. We've got the details. And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from Kennewick, our Yakima Federal Skycam. 38 degrees. Stacy Lee is tracking your first alert forecast when we return.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, We'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Or score 60 months no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
There's two kinds of people. Those who wait for the storm to pass, and those who drive a Ford Bronco Sport SUV. You'll feel confident driving J.D. Power's #1 small SUV for new vehicle quality. Off the pavement, go over any type of terrain with one of the 5 standard GOAT modes. And with 4x4 capability standard on all models, almost nothing gets in your way. When you drive a Ford Bronco Sport in weather like this, you don't just get through it, you embrace it.
Life's too short to put up with a bad bank. You have a life, places to go, people to see, and things to get done. You don't have time for banks or credit unions that don't care. You deserve better. At Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, we've served Central Washington and the Columbia Basin since 1905 with 10 branches, face-to-face service, and a 5-star app when you're on the go. So go have fun. Do what makes you happy. Life's too short to put up with anything less. Bank better with Yakima Federal.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Save now with stock reduction savings and more at Buy-Mart in our latest savings book, including our store-wide TV blowout with savings up to $150. New Year's store-wide savings are happening now with Buy-Mart's latest savings book.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
Welcome back to Apple Valley News Now live at 6. I'm Austin Reed. A county sheriff's office in Washington state facing a lawsuit over claims they repeatedly violated state law and civil rights by handing people suspected of civil immigration violations over to U.S. Border Patrol solely at their request. New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the lawsuit filed today by the Northwest Immigrant Rights Project on behalf of a man who experienced this firsthand.
The lawsuit stems from a case back in March of 2023, where a man suspected of having a stolen vehicle in Adams County was arrested and held in the Franklin County Jail. The lawsuit claims Serafin Rangel Sembrano told them he had permission to use the vehicle and, when cleared of all charges, he should have been released from custody.
But what they instead did was, based on some sort of request from the U.S. Border Patrol, they transported him the 70 miles or more from the Franklin County Jail back up to Ritzville to hand him over to U.S. Border Patrol.
The lawsuit argues they violated his Fourth Amendment rights, state laws against false arrests and discrimination, and the Keep Washington Working Law passed in 2019, which restricts local law enforcement's involvement in immigration cases.
You can't collect information about a person's citizenship or immigration status. Local law enforcement can't detain someone on a request from ICE or CBP. If someone's simply unlawfully present here in the country, that's a civil immigration violation that places like Adams County have no authority to enforce. They shouldn't be getting involved.
The exceptions, if there's a warrant signed by a judge or if Homeland Security requests help in a criminal case related to immigration, like sex or labor trafficking. But the lawsuit cites research from the University of Washington Center for Human Rights, including a 2022 letter from the State Attorney General to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, noting that since the Keep Washington Working Law went into effect, quote, staff in your office contacted federal immigration officials at least 212 times to share non-publicly available information pertaining to hundreds of individuals in custody at the Adams County Jail.
Showing that this individual case isn't isolated, it's a repeat problem. They're spending local government funds to detain and transport people that have long lived in their jurisdictions for a federal agency for a civil offense. That makes no sense. It is a waste, I think, of taxpayers' dollars to be doing this.
Northwest Immigrant Rights Project says the goal of the lawsuit for their client to be able to hold Adams County accountable for what happened to him.
I think that ultimately would mean two things. One, it would mean recompense for our client for the dignity harms, emotional harms that he suffered because of what happened, and that Adams County won't do this anymore to other people going forward. So it will result in policy changes and training to make those policy changes clear to Adams County Sheriff's Office personnel.
We've reached out to the Adams County Sheriff's Office and the County Board of Commissioners, but have yet to receive a response. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Emily, thank you for that. From Adams County to Yakima County, Fire District 5, well, they are in need of dispatchers. Officials say they are creating eligibility. It's an eligibility list for dispatchers. They will then pull applicants from the list to fill multiple full and part-time spots. To apply, you can visit their website at ycfd5.org/dispatch, and an application packet will then be sent to you within 3 business days. Hey, before we check in with Stacy, at least 2 big fires broke out in the Los Angeles area today as a life-threatening widespread windstorm is creating extremely dangerous fire weather conditions down in Southern California. The largest one, the Palisades fire, quickly grew to at least 700 acres near a neighborhood, according to authorities. Fire officials warned residents to evacuate. Stay with us for updates.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And those fires down south being driven by the Santa Ana winds. We like to call those winds that come from the east instead of from the west, the Chinook winds here locally. Dust Devil Sky Cam, 38 degrees. This morning's low was 37. So the needle only moved a couple of degrees for the entire day. That indicates that we have air stagnation. We have that bank of clouds just sitting on top of us, and that's going to be the case going forward. Look at our ridge of high pressure. It starts going that way and then swoops back over, sitting right on top of the Columbia Basin again, holding down that layer of clouds. And that's going to be the situation until the weather changes on Friday. With that, tonight though, we have a slight chance of a stray shower moving over early in the morning. Probably won't even notice that unless you're up super early, but very quick, not bringing a lot of moisture. Other than that, cloudy skies will continue to be pretty stable, and those temperatures aren't going to move the needle a whole lot, but that next system will start to move in on Friday and Saturday. Here's the cold pattern over most of the country, especially in the Midwest area. Very, very cold. Chicago, St. Louis, plus they're dealing with all the big snowstorms. We just have the cold air coming down from Canada. But again, the ridge of high pressure keeping things pretty stable. We're watching the fog in the region, and we'll continue to see increasing fog tonight in the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley. The visibility could get down to a quarter mile or less around 3 o'clock in the morning. And Pendleton will be very low visibility as well, getting into your morning tomorrow. And then from Wednesday to Thursday, even more chances for fog and freezing fog in the area, with those temperatures dropping below the freezing level. Let's take a look at those overnight lows tonight. We're in the 20s and low 30s here for the foothills of the Blues. Moving into the Columbia Basin below the freezing level, lots of fog as well. 20s and 30s up the Yakima Valley. So again, be prepared for some poor visibility tonight and maybe some slick roads. Out the door in the morning, chilly. Temperatures climbing into the 40s by the middle of the day. For the Tri-Cities, a little bit warmer, but still below freezing in the morning. Bundle up, hitting those 40s, staying there and dropping down into the 30s by 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Let's take a look at our conditions for the next 7 days. Look for the fog here on the Columbia Basin. A little bit of a warm up for Friday and Saturday, but those breezy winds come in, and that's when we're expecting our next weather maker, where we could see a few stray showers. And we're looking at some snow in the Cascade Mountains. The lowering levels will get down to about pass level on Friday. Here's Ellensburg. Look for those cloudy skies, foggy conditions, and possibly rain mixed with snow as that system moves across the area on Friday. Saturday looking better. Weekend weekend is not looking too bad. 40s with fog, 37 degrees on Thursday. Look for those gusty winds in Walla Walla. We could see winds there 30 to 35 or 40 miles per hour. So be prepared for the wind coming our way Friday and Saturday. And of course, better chances of rain there at the foothills of the Blues. In Hermiston, look for foggy conditions. And again, those temperatures 30s, 40s, Friday night 47 with with breezier winds as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Offices. For over 30 years, we've been protecting public safety in the Tri-Cities and surrounding communities. Some of our cases over the years have contributed to safer roads, safer public events, and a safer environment for our children.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And if a great brew is one of those things that's calling, Kittitas County is the place to be. Award-winning breweries with local flavors for every palate and a story behind every pour. Adventure awaits you all year long. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Adventures, activities, dining, lodging, and more. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and one day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
America's freeways are the most advanced in the world. Our highways are safer than anywhere else. But even the safest freeways cannot prevent accidents from happening. Alan Brecky Law Offices represent accident and injury victims.
Welcome back. Expansive new changes will impact the content that millions of Facebook, Instagram, and Threads users see going forward. Meta is making significant adjustments to its content review policies that even Meta's CEO acknowledges could let more harmful content onto its platforms. As Laura Aguirre explains, the timing and the reasoning behind the changes is getting mixed reaction along party lines.
It's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram.
Sweeping changes are coming to Meta.
We're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US.
The move marks a stunning reversal on Meta's misinformation policies.
What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far.
In 2016, the company launched an independent fact-checking program to address concerns and claims that foreign actors were using its platforms to spread disinformation and discord among Americans.
But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created.
There could also be another reason.
Do you think he's directly responding to the threats that you have made to him in the past?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Other changes, Meta has named outspoken Trump supporter and UFC CEO Dana White to its board. And prominent Republican Joel Kaplan, already a vice president within Meta, was promoted to a new role overseeing global affairs effective immediately.
I think in the social media world, the political bias got very, very heavy. They acknowledge it.
There's a balance to protect our First Amendment rights. But when you take away the guardrails and you see the far-right connections here, it's a great concern.
The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Meta gave Trump's team an advanced heads up that the moderation policy change was coming. A source familiar with the conversation told authorities. Meta has also said it will donate $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund and that Zuckerberg wants to take an active role in tech policy discussions. Apple Valley News now live at 6:30 is coming up in just a couple of minutes. More local news
and of course the weather. Is it going to change or is it going to be gloomy? Find out coming up.
Seattle battles the Blue Jackets Thursday at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hey, pal. Ready for bed?
Hey, Dad. Do we really have the fastest internet speeds?
Yeah, with Spectrum, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Can I use that to research volcanoes super fast?
Of course.
Can you learn to make a diorama super fast?
Yeah, you can do that too.
How fast exactly?
The absolute fast. When's your project due?
Tomorrow morning.
How much have you done? Okay. I'll get the glue.
The fastest internet whenever you need it. From Spectrum.
One night, two incredible bands. Lit. Fuel. Ignited We Stand Tour 2025. Friday, January 17th, Legends Casino Hotel. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Lit and Fuel together live.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, a round of pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I gonna get to work? How am I gonna continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law. You know something serious about to happen.
Ooh.
I have an idea.
You guys have eyes on your targets.
Shouldn't we strategize?
Come on, we're gonna improvise. Freestyle.
No.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., we are following late-breaking news in Sunnyside, where a shooting investigation is underway. We have new details coming up. Plus, zone changes coming to the east side of Kennewick. Our Monique Ledesma is standing by with those details as the news begins now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Tuesday. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the region's only live and local news at 6:30, and we always do weather first.
That's right. So I did the morning show. I was filling in.
I know.
So I was here early, and I'm back tonight. The overnight low was 37. And if you look outside right now, it's 38. So the needle, we're stagnant. There's no air moving around. Those low clouds and fog are definitely impacting our temperatures. Let's take a look on our Skycam right now at Legends Casino, Skycam in Richland, 38 degrees. So the low this morning, 37. Our high today was 40. So we only moved the needle by 3 degrees for the entire day. So that's kind of what's going on. However, we are going to see temperatures dropping down into the 20s. Elsewhere around the area, we're already seeing freezing conditions. Cold conditions here in Dayton, 35 Walla Walla, 36 in Yakima, 32 in Ellensburg. Here's where we're headed tonight. Those temperatures dropping into the 30s. Plus, we're going to see widespread fog in the area, so we could see some freezing fog with some slick roads out there. Planning your day tomorrow, it's going to be chilly. Bundle up the kiddos at the bus stop. Look for fog and maybe a little mist. It was misting this morning. It seems like it's, sprinkling out there, but it's just all the moisture in the air. Temperatures hitting the 40s by the middle of the day and just kind of staying there much like they did today. So fog and freezing fog, overcast and cloudy, breezy winds. We'll do the weather change on Friday, Saturday. Look for rain and some mountain snow coming our direction. I'll get you all the details coming up. Austin?
We are continuing to follow breaking news. Investigators are at a home near 14th Street and North Avenue after reports of a shooting in Sunnyside. Crime scene tape has blocked off North Avenue at North 14th Street, and traffic has no access to the area. Police are now using a drone in the area as they continue their investigation into the case. Officials tell our news crews that an investigation is underway after a woman was shot this afternoon. It happened around 3:15 p.m. in the area of 16th and North Avenue. Officials say the woman was taken to the hospital and her condition is not yet known at this time. According to officials, the Sunnyside Police Department have 2 men detained who could be involved in the shooting. Updates, just go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Other news tonight, could zone changes come to East Kennewick? Our Monique Ledesma standing by live in studio with those details. Monique?
Hi, Austin. The property owner of the zone area on 38 and 1826 South Washington Street is looking for a different path for his property. So he's applying for a change of zone with the City of Kennewick's Planning Department. A Kennewick resident that is a small business owner near the area says that the zone change would allow for him to further his plans for more small businesses.
We're just small, just mom and pop, little coffee shops. We have a couple rentals, and this lot is just sitting there being vacant.
Currently, the property zone is set for commercial office. After this Monday's Planning Commission meeting, it is in the works to be changed to commercial general. So it will still stay a commercial zone, but with a more diverse commercial zone site. The Planning Commission is recommending approval for the zone change, and the City of Kennewick's planning manager, Steve Donovan, says this is the next stop for the potential zone change.
We'll take it to City Council within the next few weeks, and the City Council will make the final decision on whether to go along with what the Planning Commission recommended, or by approving the change of zone or denying it.
Donovan says the zone change can potentially bring more commercial activity to the area.
I mean, it's definitely will give the opportunity for more of those businesses or uses to take place at the site. So the potential is there just because there's a wider range of uses that are permitted, that would be permitted there.
The Kennewick business owner says the zone change would also revamp the area.
Kennewick Ugly is how they call it, that part of town. You can't do that, man. It's a great part of town. It needs some more development, and it needs more tax revenue. And we're getting all these, we got enough residential down there plus some. They have acres and acres of built residential stuff. Like he said, I gotta wait, if I was wanting to do something like that, for another 2 years, over 2 years, to even start anything.
If the zone change does get approved by the City Council, the next move would be with the property owner for submitting an application on the site development. Sending it back to the desk now, reporting live in studio, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you for that. Today, U.S. Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell announcing over $56 million in total grant funding for Washington State under the Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity program. Locally, $9.56 million was awarded for the Port of Benton's Southern Connection Rail Line rehab project. Every year, 1.3 million tons of freight travel along the Port of Benton's 16-mile Southern Connection rail line. After the port makes long overdue repairs funded by this grant, more rail cars will be able to travel along the line. Cantwell says the modernized line actually promises to create new jobs in the Tri-Cities and get more trucks off the highway, too. President-elect Donald Trump said on Tuesday that no new windmills would be built in the United States when he takes office. Shortly after Trump made that announcement today, Senate Finance Committee ranking member Ron Wyden of Oregon issued a statement on the policy. Here's what he said, quote, "Donald Trump's no windmills policy is a guaranteed way to cut American energy production and increase families' electricity bills. Trump is against wind energy because he doesn't understand our country's energy needs and dislikes the sight of turbines near his private country clubs. He is completely out of touch." End quote. Trump's policy is a direct rebuke of the Biden administration, which recently approved 11 commercial-scale offshore wind projects. Staying in northern Oregon, Greyhound has decided to discontinue bus route service between Portland and Boise, Idaho, starting on January 16th this month. This means the Greyhound bus service will no longer be available in Pendleton. The city says there are regional and local bus services that can help with transportation in our area. Kayak Public Transit has routes to Hermiston, LeGrand, and Walla Walla. City of Pendleton bus service connects to Kayak Public Transit at Walmart. For routes and times, you can visit the City of Pendleton's transit website. The House of Representatives passed the Laken-Riley Act today. It was the first bill to get a vote by the new Congress. The legislation is named after a Georgia college student who was killed by an undocumented immigrant who was previously arrested for theft. It would require undocumented migrants who commit certain nonviolent crimes like theft or burglary to be detained. The Senate will likely take up the bill for the first time on Friday, but several Democrats would have to vote for the measure to clear the 60-vote threshold required to advance legislation. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has launched an investigation into Tesla's parking retrieval feature called Actually Smart Summon. The feature allows owners to summon a car from a parking space without anyone being in the vehicle. The NHTSA says crashes have occurred while Tesla vehicles were operating with the feature. The agency said it's aware of multiple crash allegations where the user was unable to prevent a collision. It is the latest probe by the federal safety regulator into self-driving features of Tesla vehicles. The latest federal jobs report is out, and it shows job openings in November were at their highest level since May, up to 8.1 million. Economists were expecting it to actually go down to 7.7 million. Tuesday's report also shows layoff activity held fairly steady in November, but hiring remained at a decade low, which is a further indication that a much cooler labor market is at hand. The number of people who quit their jobs that month went down to under 3.1 million. That is a level not seen since the height of the pandemic. Well, egg prices are skyrocketing across the Evergreen State. New at 6:30, Marissa Rios spoke with state officials about it and brings us more.
Ridiculous how the price of eggs is just skyrocketed.
A healthy source of protein is now a pricey purchase. The manager at Trent Harvest Foods in Spokane Valley said their Cherry Lane eggs have increased since the bird flu outbreak. She believes her customers are now going elsewhere due to the costs, which range from $7.99 to $8.99 a dozen. But customers are still quick to buy all their supply in Eggland's best eggs, which are $4.39 a dozen. Their poultry prices have also been affected.
Well, it just seems that poultry isn't on sale as much as it used to be. I have one thing on sale right now, and that's boneless, skinless thighs. I usually have 3 or 4 different things on sale.
Timothy Perdue said he hasn't had an issue when he's tried to order chicken, but said as a smaller store, their orders aren't very large to begin with. Other local stores said they haven't had much of an issue when it comes to eggs because they purchase them from local farms.
The locally owned farms that I've spoke with have indicated they haven't seen quite as much an impact with the avian flu as some of the bigger farms that maybe are distributing throughout the whole U.S.
The Washington Food Industry Association thinks this might be because local farms have less birds for the flu to actively spread.
By the way, that was Marissa Rio reporting. Now to local living. The mayor of Kennewick is issuing a proclamation that January 2025 will be recognized as National Mentoring Month. This is designed to raise awareness about the importance of mentors to young people and to encourage more individuals to become mentors. The founder of the Big Bro Joe Foundation, Joe Thornton, will be accepting the proclamation from Kennewick's mayor at tonight's city council meeting. Thornton tells us he will be accepting on behalf of all of the mentors in our community.
Mentors don't typically do it for the accolades. We never say, hey, I'm mentoring, so you need to come give me this and that and the third. It's just more so the work that we put into to our youth, to these kids out here. It shows and prove, and it's just exciting to know that we finally, have the city behind us, and we're able to bring more awareness to local mentoring programs.
Thornton says creating that awareness to mentoring takes a village, and having the honor to be recognized for this is big for not only the programs in our area, but the community as a whole. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, we are flying the Northwest. This week, we head to the great state of Montana. And Stacy is up next with your full forecast. We'll be right back.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
After a long day, there's nothing like coming home to what matters most.
I think your mom was home.
With 3 generations under one roof, our home is a place where traditions are passed down. It's the simple moments that hold us together, reminding us that the best parts of life are shared, where every moment becomes a memory. With the help of Hapo Mortgage, we're home.
Fun times are waiting for you at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Enjoy Vegas-style slots and table games, fine dining, and exciting entertainment. And now, get your tickets for the Australian Bee Gees, a tribute show on Saturday, February 15th. Voted the best tribute show in Las Vegas. Come jive to all the classic Bee Gees hits that you know and love. Get your tickets now. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Umatilla County Fire District Number 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
It's not what you park in your driveway that makes it home. At McCurley, we understand that. And that's why we go beyond the transaction to provide a complete ownership experience. Because it's the people, the experiences, and the memories awaiting you that make it home. And your vehicle is how you get there.
Drive home in a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 for only $519 a month.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Welcome back. The big national story, the state funeral for President Jimmy Carter, shifted to our nation's capital today. The 39th president will lie in state for 2 days before a national funeral service on Thursday. Family, friends, and lawmakers saying their final goodbyes. Carter's return to D.C. follows several days of celebrations of his life and remembrances in his home state of Georgia. A peanut farmer and Navy veteran who would go on to be governor of Georgia before eventually serving as president of the U.S. from 1977 to 1981. Turning to Fly the Northwest, we are going to head for the wilds of Montana and a special place called Quinn's Resort. Take a look.
When people drive into Quinn's, they're utterly amazed because we're nestled on the Clark Fork River, deep in this beautiful canyon. It's very rugged, it's gorgeous.
Look around you, you get every day it's a different scenery, and the wildlife, just the atmosphere, the foliage, it's all great. The fishing, the hiking, the hunting, if you're into that, it's all here, right in paradise.
The hot springs is the real draw. What would Quinn's be if it wasn't a Quinn's Hot Springs Resort?
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Anyone up for a road trip? I think we need to go to Montana. That looks lovely. All right, Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight. We've got traffic moving along smoothly. So far, we have good visibility this evening. We haven't seen that fog moving in, but late tonight, early tomorrow, we could see that. 38 degrees is our temperatures right now. Winds are light at 5. Our sunset at 4:28. Weather pattern for the next couple of days. Again, we have that ridge of high pressure that's holding down those clouds right into our area. It stays put tomorrow and into the next day. It's not till Friday night into Saturday when we'll see the transition. Now, there is a very slight chance of a stray shower moving through the area pretty quickly late tonight, early tomorrow morning, moving to the east. And again, it could bring a couple of showers, maybe a stray snowflake along the foothills of the Blues. Other than that, cloudy skies, but pretty mild and we'll call it stagnant air in the area. That all starts to change, though, like I said, on Friday night. We're tracking the cold. It's all pushing down from Canada all across the United States. Very cold in the middle of the country, as well as the East Coast. Plus, they've been dealing with major snowstorms. The Santa Ana winds with this system, you can see it pushing out that direction. That's where all the fires are burning down in Southern California. So we'll continue to track the cold, though, here in the Pacific Northwest for the next couple of days. Visibility has been an issue in the morning in some places. Yakima is going to see increasing fog overnight tonight, as well as Ellensburg at some point in the morning. Could encounter some fog if you work out at the Hanford site in the early morning hours as well. Closer to the river, we tend to see that. Foothills of the Blues, we'll start to see the visibility drop down as we get into Thursday. And we could be seeing more freezing fog through the region. Chilly, patchy fog, freezing fog, and temperatures down at the freezing level through the area. We're in the 20s and 30s here on the foothills of the Blues, 30s for the Columbia Basin, 29 tonight in Yakima. Out the door tomorrow, it's going to be a cold one in the early morning hours. Bundle up the kiddos. You'll hit the 40s by the middle of the day and kind of just stay there all day long. Here's what it looks like in Tri-Cities. A little bit warmer, but still below the freezing level. Bundle up. Could even see some mist from the fog fog out there. 42 looks like is where we're going to top out tomorrow. So here's your 7-day planning forecast. The fog, as we were discussing, temperatures in the 40s, dropping into the 30s, back up to the 40s. Nice day, though, on Saturday and Sunday, so that's looking pretty good. 44 Sunday, Monday 40 degrees. Things should start to mellow out after the weekend. So Yakima looking at that fog. That transition happens on Friday into Saturday. That's when those breezy winds will move through our mountain gaps. We have a slight chance of rain at this point. That could increase as we get a little bit closer to the weekend. Look for a wintry mix possible in the Ellensburg area as that system starts to move through the area, and those temperatures overnight staying below the freezing level. The weekend, though, is looking pretty good in Ellensburg. Look for that fog on Thursday in Walla Walla. Those gusty to breezy winds picking up on Friday. 30 to 40 miles an hour is what we're thinking, and better chances of rain there in the foothills of the Blues. Hermiston, we've got fog in the morning there as well. Tonight, tomorrow, look for freezing fog with those temperatures below the freezing level. Breezy winds, and again, a slight chance of rain on Friday. So overall, the weekend, though, is looking like it's going to be pretty good. We could see some mountain snow in the upper elevations Friday into Saturday. Saturday should be a good ski day. I'll have your ski report tomorrow night, so check that out. Again, be safe. Watch for that fog tonight and stay with us. There's more from Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
The Ford F-150 redefines working remotely. There's a desk inside the cab, a tailgate work surface out back, and available Pro Power on board to plug in what you need. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape mods, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, "I can't do this alone." And we said, "That's okay, we'll figure it out together." If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Vance Heating and Air Conditioning has been keeping Yakima Valley homes safe and comfortable since 1986. We promise friendly customer service, highly trained technicians. You'll be happy. Save $50 on any heating repair. We service all makes and models. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
The Ford F-150 redefines working remotely. There's a desk inside the cab, a tailgate work surface out back, and available Pro Power on board to plug in what you need. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
Time for What's Trending, just in time for Dry January. Dr. Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer brand is coming to Target.
That's right. Beero debuted in October. On Tuesday, Target announced the product is hitting store shelves in about 1,400 U.S. locations this week. Holland recently spoke candidly about his struggle with sobriety and creating Beero to feel included in social situations where people are drinking.
And there she is, Miss America 2025.
I've been hearing about this. Her name is Abby Stockard from Alabama. She won the title of Miss America during Sunday's pageant. The event took place in Orlando, Florida. She's a 22-year-old nursing student and former cheerleader at Auburn University. Way to go, Miss America.
All right, final weather when we come back.
That's right.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur-Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
And for a limited time, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Come tour the brand new Prosser Memorial Health Hospital. We're hosting open houses on Saturday, January 11th and 18th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Explore state-of-the-art operating rooms, private patient rooms, and our welcoming cafeteria. Don't forget to visit the Foundation gift shop. Tours will be available in English and Spanish. Join us at the new Prosser Memorial Health Hospital. See the future of healthcare right here in your community. For more information, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we grow.
Legends Casino Hotel knows you can't get too high or too low in January, otherwise known as high amounts of snow and low temps. We've got the perfect way to warm up your winter. Winterfest high-low drawings. Every Friday, we're giving away over $39,000 in guaranteed cash. Just fire up your Legends Rewards card when playing to earn entries. We'll pick 2 winners from 6 to 9 p.m. And if you guess the most high-low cards, you could stuff up to $10,000 in your parka, overcoat, or onesie. Whatever. Just get in here and win.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola, dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park. Enjoy a gondola ride to our exhilarating snow tubing and your gateway to snow rider heaven. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Seattle battles the Blue Jackets Thursday at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
And here we go, viewer photo of the day from Dixie. Thank you, Dixie, for sending this in. It's a fog bow.
I like that.
Or a white rainbow. Very cool. Again, grab those weather photos, get outside. Use that QR code on the right side of your screen to submit your photo or go to applevalleynewsnow.com. Quick sneak peek at your day. Tomorrow is going to be chilly and foggy in the morning. Temperatures get up to about 40 and then they just kind of stay there. It's kind of like today.
Yeah.
The temperature literally only moved 3 degrees from the morning to the afternoon. So
super weird.
There you go.
All right. Well, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.